The tension in the neighborhood didn't begin with shouting. It started quietly, with a folded notice slipped under a front door one ordinary afternoon. The letter stated that the family at the corner house was in violation of HOA rules and could face removal if the issues were not corrected. No one expected what that warning would stir. The family had lived there for years. They were known for keeping to themselves, waving politely, helping when asked. But the HOA board saw things differently. Complaints had piled up, too many relatives visiting, a work van parked overnight, children playing late in the shared driveway, small things, written down and stacked together until they looked serious on paper. When word spread that the HOA was considering forcing the family out, unease moved through the community. Neighbors began whispering during evening walks, glancing toward the corner house with uncertainty. Some felt sympathy, others fear. If it could happen to them, could it happen to anyone? The confrontation came during a scheduled HOA meeting. The board sat stiffly behind a folding table. Rulebooks open, voices measured but firm. They spoke of compliance, of maintaining standards, of protecting property values. Then the father stood up. He didn't raise his voice. He spoke about raising his children there, about paying dues on time, about never being warned face-to-face before threats were made. His words carried weight because they were calm, not angry. The room shifted. A neighbor spoke up, then another. People admitted they'd never had an issue with the family. Some questioned how rules meant to organize had turned into tools to intimidate. The board members exchanged looks, their certainty wavering as the room filled with uneasy agreement. What had been framed as a simple enforcement issue became something heavier, a question of power and fairness. The threat of removal suddenly felt extreme, even cruel. The board announced they would review the situation, but the damage was already done. Trust had cracked. In the days that followed, the family remained, but the neighborhood was changed. People spoke more openly, watched the HOA more closely. The idea that a family could be pushed out over minor issues lingered like a warning sign. The tension didn't disappear, but it taught the community something important. Rules without empathy can fracture more than they protect. And once neighbors realize that, silence becomes harder to maintain.